chaos creates opportunity in the market. Joining me now, trader Keith Fitz-Gerald. Keith, look, you're not just following the crowd out of the stock. Get it? The good pun. You're just buying more shares of CrowdStrike this morning. Tell me, why are you doubling down?
Well, I'm not quite doubling down. I'm trying to add intelligently because, on a good day, I have 3 brain cells, and I like to think they work together. Stuff like this comes and goes. People forget their history, but everybody's looking at it as a risk. I see it as an opportunity because what it shows you is just how critical this software is. It's a black eye for sure, but it's also a reminder just how powerful and how important cybersecurity investing is.
Bigger picture, though, stepping away from the events today, the theme of this week has been this big rotation trade. We have seen a lot of moves out of big tech and into small caps. Is that also then an opportunity for you?
Normally it would be, or in the past it would be, but I think this idea of a rotation is actually a myth because what happens is money doesn't leave and it doesn't rotate. What happens is anytime you get a downturn, it draws less active money into the market. It creates an entirely new profit and loss cycle. So it's always an opportunity. If that's, again, I'm a numbers guy. I'm king of the propeller heads when I was growing up. This is how you got to look at it.
Interesting that I've also, when we're thinking about the sort of rotation trade, it harkens back to the Trump election in 2016 when you also saw not only small caps and those domestic companies really rally, but yields too. When you think about a reflation trade and yields rising on the long end, do you prepare for something like that again?
Absolutely. I think, one of the things that people don't focus on, they think about yields as something in return. Yields are really a measure of risk. And so what the markets are trying to tell you is that they're getting ready to go somewhere. We don't know exactly what that looks like yet, but this kind of volatility is almost always an opportunity. And it's important that you maintain that mindset, not cowering in fear, if you're going to be serious about this business.
How do you square that, though, with some of the yields that we're seeing higher today with calls for a July or maybe certainly a September Fed rate cut?
Well, you can go to Vegas if you want to place your bets. Personally, I'm going to look at what's likely to happen, not what might happen. So again, as I'm looking at this, having done this for 45 years, again, anytime I see this kind of knee-jerk reaction, more often than not, it's an opportunity. So I'm going to approach it with that frame of mind. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to find the world's best companies. And when they get on sale, I'm going to walk in and pick them up.
All right. Well, leave me on that note because we only have a minute left. So my final question to you is, what's one of your favorite stock picks right now?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I'm like a Viking in an all-you-can-eat buffet right now. I mean, to me, bar none, if I have to go to a desert island, Apple's going to be the one. Palantir is right there neck and neck because these two companies are unrecognized.
Dan Ives is making some pretty bullish calls on Palantir as well. Keith Fitz-Gerald, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Meanwhile, the Republican Party officially